Democracy Hub for a demonstration. I must say no to Galam, say demo. I'm here and I'm matching for 39 atom. I remand them for 2 weeks. Lawyer, Polado Motre, and some number, and I could be a church and social media videos never on and yet, or be a candy bit me a kind of fast and same, but on the way in what's not say. Happen, I in some back where I church mother man can afford. Then I political follow me, and the police try to arrest them, and I say, oh, the police are what infringing upon the protesters on right in some day ha and a bet in ye pan at the effeat ever call I could see a munchium.
So this is CNN reporter called Larry Madoho, who wrote this incredible thing on his social media page. He says, I will be watching Ghana's president speak in New York this morning as police in Accra continue to detain peaceful protesters against illegal mining. Does he understand that qualifying the protest with peaceful means that you have checked with both sides? What kind of journalism does he practice? Is he really serious? Everything that white man does is good, everything that black man does is wrong. Please tell him that he should wake up, because we can read and write. We understand what he's doing. And we have better journalists in this country. We have seen so many journalists. He should wake up. What do you mean by peaceful protesters? If I'm his editor, I will ask him that, how did you come to the conclusion that it's peaceful? When we're being trained as journalists, they always tell us, don't use those words. Say that according to this, it was peaceful. It is you haven't made that determination. Who is his editor? Who is his editor? They didn't edit it. They didn't teach him how to write, how to report. You go to a live thing you are reporting, and then you make a value judgment that the protest was peaceful. Who told him that? Is he also being bought by the propaganda? I'm so disappointed. Where is Jeff Koinange? Where is he? These are the CNN reporters that we knew. What is he talking about? Is he serious? Come and walk around the country and say that you are going to leave. Tell him that we are not afraid of CNN. We know journalism. You can't write as a journalist like this and say that the demonstration was peaceful. You make a value judgment. Where is the basis? Did you speak to both sides? What happened to all the other pattern? He doesn't know it, or he thinks it's only for lawyers. He doesn't know it's for journalists too. If you know him, send him his Twitter. Tell him that I am after him this evening on his poor standards of journalism in reporting the Ghanaian situation. Very, very poor standards of journalism from CNN in reporting the Ghanaian situation. Completely poor standards. How can you write peaceful protester? Haven't we seen American demonstrations where police are fighting people? Haven't we seen it? Or he doesn't know that we live in a digital age, that everything happens in New York, we see it in Ghana. Sometimes these kind of people, you don't understand. You see, they are neocolonialism mentality. That's who they are. Neocolonialism mentality is what is hurting him. Neocolonialism. His eyes have not opened. He doesn't understand the modern world. What are you talking about? Peaceful protest? Were you standing there? Anyway, the Minister for Information, Fatima Abubakar, quickly responded and says, please do well to check and report on both sides of a story when making publications that impact on a country's image. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you. Ghana has always supported citizens' right to demonstrate peacefully. However, acts of vandalism, attacks on police, and disruptions to public order will always be contained by the police in any jurisdiction. Ghana's courts are also mature enough to examine evidence against accused persons and make appropriate decisions. Thank you, Madam Fatima. Show the report, show the guy, show what he said. Who do you think you are? He should be apologizing to the people of Ghana. Play it.
Well, back at home, there's outrage over the continued detention of peaceful protesters against illegal mining. Some of them have been denied bail, have been denied access to medical care, and people are raising their voices about the human rights violations by the Ghana Police Service, and also by what they see as the court's attempt to deny them their constitutionally guaranteed rights.
George Floyd, is it Ghanaian police that brutalized him? This kind of neo-colonialist mentality, they should get off our back. When George Floyd was dying, is it Ghanaian police who were killing him? Look at the thing he's spewing out. Look at what he's spewing out. Total hogwash. Look at how he's spewing out. Civil protesters. He is a very poor journalist. He's repeating the protesters' language without checking. This is CNN? Wow, this is CNN. And he's just repeating that they have been denied medical care, something that the Ghanaian police have issued statements upon statements to say that is.
After the one saying, "Well, what you say? What you say?" I'm gonna say you have the freedom of speech, but the freedom after the speech, not the freedom of movement. You have the freedom of movement, but the freedom after the movement, and then the end to end country. Because for M1, I'm saying your right ends when another man's right starts. And the fact say you have the right to protest, I don't mean say obi China. And I say, so you cannot block someone from continue with their daily life because you are protesting. Maybe
Ghanaian police have issued statements upon statements to say that is untrue. The Ghanaian police have a whole hospital. How will they deny medical? The whole police have a hospital called Police Hospital. He doesn't know that. How can he's such a lazy journalist? Hey, Mado, tell him he's a lazy journalist. Very lazy. CNN, he doesn't meet the CNN standards. He's a lazy journalist. You are working for CNN, lazy journalist. Look at him, lazy journalist. You are a lazy journalist. Go and check your files like the information Mr. told you. You are a lazy journalist. Lazy boy. You won't do the work. You are repeating what the processors are saying. What they have put on social media. He just takes point, he reads it. That they have been denying medical care. Show one person who has been denying medical care. Show one. He can't show it. The protesters themselves were not able to show it. One person denied, and then they have some narrative. Pregnant woman, pregnant woman. The police say, where is the pregnant woman? There's no pregnant woman in the situation. Zero. And because it is politics and ballot box is coming, you, a whole CNN journalist, you are railroaded into the ballot box conversation, and now you're exposing your laziness as a journalist. Lazy journalist. This small report, you can't do it. You work for CNN. People at Metro TV, at Joy FM, they can report this balance. You work for CNN. This small report, you can't do it. Lazy journalist. Very, very lazy. I can tell him some of these things. Anyway, on a more serious note, it's 10:10. We believe that the police should be able to maintain peace and order without violating people's rights. Not at all. You can't arrest somebody and keep them in custody for more than 48 hours. You can't do that. The law is clear about that. Now, those who have been denied bail have been denied bail by a court. That means you can go back to court with an application and get the judge to change his decision. But we have a statement from President Mahama. Let's read it. What does President Mahama say? He calls it high-handedness. I don't know whether it's been removed. Okay. He calls it high-handedness. We must balance our need to maintain law and order with protecting the rights and freedoms of our citizens. Remanding Democracy Hub demonstrators for 2 weeks is high-handed and an abuse of their rights. The youth of Ghana have a right to engage in manifestations to protect their future, especially in respect of key issues like the destruction of the environment through illegal mining. So, is that all? Is that all he said? Are you going to give me the rest, please? President John Dramani Mahama, who presided over the activities of Aisha 1, who has now been incarcerated. This is President Mahama, who presided over the activities of Aisha 1. He presided over it. You see, these are the deceptions in politics that we are fighting every day. You presided over Aisha 1. Then you come and tell us that the youth have a right to protect the future in respect of issues like the destruction of the environment through illegal mining. And we are listening to it. It's okay, we can listen to it. But this is the record. This is the background of the president speaking. This is his record. He has a clear record about something that you can almost call an accomplice. You presided over Aisha when you didn't prosecute her. She was never arrested. Nothing happened to her. She has now been arrested and prosecuted by your predecessors, and you are complaining about how environment has been degraded. It's politics, isn't it? It's politics. Otherwise, President Mahama should not be able to say anything about Galamsey, because Aisha 1 is in prison, and you presided over Aisha 1. She's there in prison today. She was found guilty by a court. Somehow, I can agree with President Mahama, though, that 2 weeks of, what do they call it, refusing bail, keeping them in custody for 2, is quite long. I will not go as far as saying it's high-handed, but it's quite long. Maybe we can appeal to the judge, whoever the judge was, to sort of make it a week or a few days, And I'm sure these things are done for purpose of investigation. So
after the one saying, what you say, I must say, you have the freedom of speech, but the freedom after the speech, not the freedom of movement. You have the freedom of movement, but the freedom after the movement, and then the end to end country, because you're for M1. I'm saying your right ends when another man's right starts. And the fact say you have the right to protest, I don't mean say, Obi China, and I say, Obi Juma, so you cannot block someone from. Continue with their daily life because you are protesting. Maybe
so that the prosecution can put themselves together properly. So an application for bail is made, an application for bail is denied by the court, and the court decides how long the bail should be denied. It's not the prosecution or the police that make that decision. It's the court that makes that decision. So that people can go to court right now with another application, and we think that 2 weeks is quite long. It's really, really long. So perhaps they should reduce it and let's get to the crux of the matter. But those who think that demonstration means that you should create mayhem so that you are arrested, they have to be dealt with. Those who think demonstration just means create mayhem so that you are arrested. What's this? Reuters, 5 climate activists from the Just Stop Oil protest group were jailed for at least 4 years on Thursday over a conspiracy to block London's M25 motorway, marking the longest sentence ever imposed for a non-violent protest in Britain. Has Madoho seen this? The lazy CNN journalist, lazy, very, very lazy CNN. Has he seen this? This is London. July 18th, Reuters is reporting 5 climate activists from the Just Stop Oil protest group. Okay, let me start again. 5 climate activists from the Just Stop Oil protest group were each jailed for at least 4 years on Thursday over a conspiracy to block London's M25 motorway, marking the longest sentence ever imposed for a non-violent protest in Britain on 18 July 2024. Non-violent protest in Britain. This is Westminster, the citadel of democracy, because they don't take protesters who are misbehaving. They don't take protesters who are misbehaving. So this is what they did. Has Madoho seen this? To come and go and tell the world that Ghana, there's... In America, didn't they kill George Floyd? Is that the whole world now, when they are playing football everywhere, they have to gesture in a certain way? This kind of lazy journalism has now reached CNN. CNN, the cable news network. Lazy journalists like this are working for CNN and publishing lazy stories like that. Lazy journalists, lazy. He can't do the work. He doesn't want to do the embarrassing Africa. He's embarrassing Africa. Jeff Konanga did a fantastic work at CNN. I interviewed Jeff twice, one in New York, one at City FM, about his work. I've seen them. What kind of lazy journalism is this? Lazy boy. Just lazy. He won't do the work. He's checking his phone and then he sees somebody has tweeted, oh, I haven't eaten. They don't want to give me food. Somebody has tweeted, oh, I wasn't giving health care. And then he goes to make it a CNN story that peaceful protesters were not giving food. Please, play the guy's thing again. Play it again. Play Madoho. Play it. Lazy boy.
Ghana's president is speaking here in New York this morning at the UN General Assembly. While back at home, there's outrage over the continued detention of peaceful protesters against illegal mining. Some of them have been denied bail, have been denied access to medical care, and people are raising their voices about the human rights violations by the Ghana Police Service and also by what they see as the court's attempt to deny them their constitutionally guaranteed rights. Ghana's president is speaking here in New York at the UN General Assembly. While back at home, there's outrage over the continued detention of peaceful protesters against illegal mining. Some of them have been denied bail, have been denied access to medical care, and people are raising their voices about the human rights violations by the Ghana Police Service and also by what they see as the court's attempt to deny them their constitutionally guaranteed rights. Ghana's president is speaking here in New York this morning.
Lazy work he's doing. Total lazy journalist. Lazy. CNN standard. You take information from Twitter, from somebody saying that I was arrested. You don't call the Ghana police. You are CNN. If you call the Ghana police public relations director, I'm CNN. My name is Larry Madoho. I want to know, the protesters are saying, is it true that you have denied? Even Joy FM asked the police. And the police denied audio time pattern. It's a rule. Ask the other side. He doesn't know it. He's embarrassing Africa. He doesn't know it as a journalist all the time, part-time, as the other side. Basic, the most basic thing you are taught in journalism, the most fundamental thing is lost on him. Lazy journalist like that, lazy boy. Very, very lazy journalist. Lazy. CNN can do better than that. Wow. Listen to Nana Kwame Bediako on this matter. Here's Cheddar.
The situation right now about my last video that I issued about not supporting violence. And I still stand on that, and I mean that. Now, why don't I support the youth for protesting? It's because I want peace in the country. If the youth of this country and the people of this nation have held it down for 32 years to 40 years of understanding politics and whatever encumbrances, crisis, issues that it brings, and they've managed to survive, then why would they want to use violence now to send a message and say that they've had enough? Well, let me tell you people something that you might not know. All of these protests and demonstrations that has happened in this country in the past year or two were organized by one of the duopoly. It's the same politicians, and I said it. I'm not going to mention names, but you know that Jolobi and Fix the Country was fixed by one of the existing parties. We cannot do this to ourselves and destroy our own country because of a politician's personal interest or a party's interest. Please, Ghana, do your research. The people in front of all these demonstrations, some of them have treason charges. Find out who sponsored them for the mobilizations and all the things that happen. Do your research. This is not about Galamsey. This is about a political interest.
This is not about Galamsey. This is about a political interest. That is why you have a president who presided over the worst form of it and presided over the Galamsey campaign come to say that, oh, Galamsey is not good. Arrest. That's Kwame Bediako is speaking the truth. On this one, he's speaking the truth. It's not about Galamsey. It's about political interest because there's election. There's election, so there's a political interest. Put Kwame Bediako back there. He's giving us some more insights. He says that go and check who is mobilizing them to do the demonstration and look at the people doing the demonstration. People who are doing their professional work, who can't find a headway in their professional work. They can't find any headway. And they just want to be some martyrs of, they have some megalomania. If you have megalomania, play football, you'll be a Black Stars captain. Do your legal work, we'll call you distinguished barrister. There are many distinguished barristers. We'll call you that and you have something. But if you can't do your work and you want to use political interest because it's 2 months to election to show that you are somebody, Cheddar will come after you. Cheddar will come after you. He says there's a reason why he's not supporting those things. Because they are motivated politically. It's nothing to do with Galamsey. It's not about Galamsey. It's about a political interest. And who is funding the political interest? Why don't they come and tell us their policy for the future of Ghana? Why are they not concerned about that one? And then they are concerned about doing something surreptitiously so that Ghanaians will feel that they don't like the ruling party. And then they will vote for them. What? We have passed that stage a long time ago. Who is that taking us back? Who is the one taking us back? Who is that? Who is that politician taking our country back? Come and tell us what you can do for Ghana. Don't find some people who have nothing to do and then tell them to go and demonstrate so that there will be problem and then you can issue a statement. That is immoral. It's illegal. We will stand against it every day, all day long. It's immoral and it's illegal and we'll stand against it all day long. Thank you, Nana Kwame Bediako. Where are you on the ballot, by the way? Oh, where is Bediako on the ballot? Oh, he's 13 is Alan. His last but 1, so 12. Yeah. Nana Kwame Bediako. Eti say, Bibia Heboko, Cheddar the cheddar.
Therefore, when they go in some A, B, C up to Z, now also, when we have final judge at the massa in same way, then and I want you and your information pass will be just a fair Eddie Mammy. Our comment section, aha, Ghanatube, so Michelle, and now you're from me, Macron.